It's the morning after report. So for my Colorado fans, I do a morning after recap of all the games for my Sooners. I'm going to start doing them as well for the Buffs since I adopted them as my Pac-12 team since they're technically still in the Pac-12, but they'll be in the Big 12. So they'll probably be my Big 12 team moving forward. And so let's talk about this victory. This was a W. This is what was needed from you all. Now, outside of it being a W in the bracket, this is a W overall for the critics and the doubters of Coach Prime and the initiatives happening in Colorado. So let's dive into this game. But before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank you for pulling up to the channel. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. We would love to have you join us as we're diving heavily into college football. A lot of OU football, Colorado football, and college football in general. And we always have a blast doing it. And so let's dive into the beauty of this W for Colorado and why I feel like it is a big deal for you Buffs fans. So I know I did a instant reaction to the win yesterday. So we've got all the excitement out. I like to sleep on it, get some clarity, and then dive back into the game and see how the performance was. And I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of pluses for the Buffs. There's some negatives too, some things to consider. But first and foremost, let's talk about these big time positives. And we'll get into the things that we got to work on later. Is that when Coach Prime said he was bringing his Louis, he wasn't lying. He was not lying. I mean, he got in his son, Shedeur Sanders, 38 for 47, 5'10", 4 tutties, and some beautiful passes right to where the receiver was the only one able to really catch it or was going out of bounds. He dropped some dimes. He dropped some Dilfer dimes. So if you know Trent Dilfer, you know. Recruit Dylan Edwards, freshman, 5 catches for 135 with a 75-yard touchdown catch, and he had 3 tutties on the game. The freshman, Dylan Edwards. Now, I posted a short on here of Dylan Edwards racing Nicholas Harbor at, I think it was at Elite 11 or one of those. And he's fast. But my goodness, the kid is a monster. Didn't realize he was going to be this good. He didn't need to carry the load in the run game. He was catching everything. This dude had 4 touchdowns in this game. Like, we of course praise Shedeur Sanders for how well he did. But let's talk about Dylan Edwards having 4 touchdowns, 3 catches, 1 rush. Like, he did the work. And then Jimmy Horn Jr. going out there for 100 yards. I think what's crazy to me is that Shedeur Sanders had 4 receivers with 100 yards receiving in this game. 2 of them had double-digit catches. So the expectation in the Sean Lewis offense, in which I told y'all Sean Lewis was going to come in here and do some special stuff, was that Sean Lewis was going to go out there and make this offense look magical. And boy, did he do it. Sean Lewis had some good offenses at Kent State. Go look up the numbers. He put up some good O's, and it just didn't stop. Left Kent State as head coach, came to Colorado, and now he's showing out. If Coach Prime ever leaves, and I'm going to tell y'all now, I don't think that I'm going to saying he's not going to leave, because I have an expectation that Coach Prime is going to leave Colorado in the next few years. He leaves, Sean Lewis is the new head coach. So Bucs fans, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about at all. Y'all got Coach Prime and you got Sean Lewis. It's going to be a big deal for you all. Real talk, long term. And so you got the Dylan Edwards plays. You've got Jimmy Horn Jr. getting 100 yards, Xavier Weaver, all these players that he brought in as transfers and recruits. Yeah, folks, they're doing it. They did it big. Then you go into it and you look at the one player, the two-way player, the Shohei Ohtani player of this roster, Travis Hunter, who played over 100 snaps in that Texas Heat. I think he had like 110, between 110 and 130. Couldn't remember the exact number because when I saw it, I was like, this is absurd. Do we think that he can play over 100 snaps a game all season long? Well, with the way the temperature works in Denver and the places they're going to be going, kind of think he can. Over 100 snaps in this game. He had 11 catches, 119 yards receiving. Should have had a touchdown, but they caught it back. But I digress. He also had a pass deflected, 3 tackles, and an interception. A key one in the red zone. Like, we saw what, man. I'm just saying. Travis Hunter's that dude. Travis Hunter is him. Coach Prime told y'all he is him. He said in a press conference that he felt like Travis Hunter was better than him at that age because he didn't have the same training that Travis has. Well, based upon the way they looked yesterday, yeah, you might be right. This might be another reincarnation of a better Prime. Am I crazy to think that? Hop in the comments. Let your boy know. I want to know. Y'all tell me your thoughts. Offensive line looks solid. It looks like Shedeur got a few times sacked, but it's okay. That 4-time sack. This TCU defense is better than they looked where they're supposed to be, but boy, did they look bad. They were getting shellacked in this game. It was, 500 yards, both offenses. So, if anything, we're going to jump onto the defense of the Buffs. So a lot of work needs to be done. Now, Shiloh walked out there, got his 10 tackles. 9 of them was solo. He did what he was supposed to do. Travis Hunter gets that interception and a pass deflected. You got a lot of numbers that came out of this game. Like, y'all basically put up a bunch of numbers on both sides of the ball. Defensively, y'all looked good. Trevor Woods gets himself an interception. Man, Colorado has a chance of being special. Now, the problems I had with this Colorado defense is twofold. One, there was 0 sacks and 0 tackles for a loss. That's a concern. I think that's a concern because that means that there's not enough pressure being put on the other team. And we know that Chandler Morris will hold the ball long enough. He threw 2 interceptions. So defense, the secondary looks solid. I think the linebacker corp is good. The biggest question is going to be, what are we going to do? Like Devontae Bentley, he got his 5 tackles. We need to get you all more sacks, more tackles for the loss. Those are very key metrics to me because that tells me if the team is getting in the backfield and actually getting those stops. There wasn't enough of those. 0 tackles for a loss, 0 sacks are a concern to me. But overall, that was a great performance by this team. I think that this is something great to build on next week. There's no reason for you all to not go out there and have a big game against Nebraska because Nebraska's cursed and they always look really bad. And it's at home. You got back-to-back home games, which are going to be huge. I'm ready to see what Colorado looks like against Oregon. By that time, you all should be 3-0 and be going into that game with an opportunity to being ranked. There's no excuse for it. Y'all balled out. Actually, y'all should be ranked this week. And if you know me, you know I hate rankings before week 4. So, Buffs fans, hop in the comments. Let your boy know how you feeling about both sides of the ball. What things do you like? What things do you think they need to be worked on? I would love to hear from you all because, we love talking college ball here. If you've made it this far and you like the content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We would love to have you join this family. We're going to be talking a lot more Buffs. We're going to be talking a lot more of them now. We got a reason to. Things were quiet on the recruiting front, but we're starting to pick back up because the Buffs just shocked the world. Let's talk about that more and more over the next couple of weeks. So, YouTube says watch one of these videos. My instant reaction is up here as well. I expect you all to check it out. And if you want to, join the Discord. I'm putting together a Colorado channel on my Discord server. We'd love for you all to join and just talk ball. We'll chop it up soon. Peace.